Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, follow-up. Did a video here recently, a little 2020 what if, regarding the 2020 presidential election. So, today I want to do a follow-up, and I want to ask the same question but with a different take on it, okay? So, what if, in 2020, President Trump wins re-election? What kind of potential problems could that cause, if any? Here's the food for thought. Remember how violent and absolutely off the rails a lot of people got after he won election the first time. Antifa went nuts. Other entities went nuts. It was off the chain. If he wins re-election, what do you think those same groups are going to do then? What are they going to do when they suddenly realize they've got another 4 years of him as president? And not only that, what if they realize they've got another 4 years of him being president and him not having to worry about who he pleases or who he offends, because he won't be running for a third term? There won't be any re-election, so he won't be trying to win votes and appease people for an upcoming re-election. He'll pretty much be shackles off and could do whatever he wanted to within presidential boundaries with no concern of repercussions or anything election-wise. If you and I think about that, I'm sure there's people on the communist socialist side, the Antifa side, who think about that as well. What do you think the chances are that those same people will become completely unhinged? Like, whatever semblance of sanity they have, small though it may be, they just completely lose that altogether. Could we potentially see violent times if that happens? I don't know. It's something I've been giving a lot of pondering and thought to. And it adds into my whole thing on this 2020 election that this could be the most pivotal presidential election we've ever had. And what's sad is it seems like every presidential election that comes up now, every congressional election that comes up now, is more critical than the one before. And it's like this slowly closing gap with less and less room for error, that at some point there'll be zero room for error. It'll either be complete win or complete lose. There won't be any sway either way. So I want to encourage you to start thinking about that. Start mulling that around in your head. Start paying attention. Antifa's kind of gone quiet for the most part. They're still out there every once in a while rattling chains, but they're not out in the street doing all the stupidity that they previously were. I'm wondering if it's because they're waiting and gearing up for the next election. They've got time, the money people behind them, and we all know who some of those people are, the deep state folks. Everybody's behind all of that nonsense. I think they reined everybody in, saying, okay, wait, we need to better plan, better organize, better set this stuff up. I would suspect, again, it's just a hypothetical on my part, that that's what they're doing. They're getting their plans in place. They're getting their ducks in a row. They're getting their money where it needs to be. coming up for the 2020 election. And if he wins again, I'm concerned they could potentially lose their ever-loving, microscopically small minds. So I want to throw that little 2020 what if out there for you, as if the previous 2020 what if wasn't enough to cause you to already lose sleep pondering. I know it does me on occasion. Sometimes hard to get the brain to shut off when I start thinking about too much of this stuff sometimes. So that said, there's your other 2020 what if to bounce around. But down there in the comments, let me know what you're thinking. You think Antifa and Deep State, all these quiet communist socialists that we know are out there, are going to come unglued? Or do you think they'll just give it up and say, oh well, if he wins re-election? What other kind of possible problems could we face with a President Trump winning re-election versus losing the election? What do you think? Ponder it over. I'll talk to you guys in another one.